What up, what up, what up? Welcome to the beatmajors.net. Today we're going to talk about a little distortion. So in a lot of modern music is trap, I would just say trap. A lot of the Future type beats, a lot of the Drake trap beats, a lot of the just producers like Metro Boomin, 808 Mafia, as far as today's music, a lot of producers did it before, but now producers are just kind of like, adding a lot more of it than what the producers did back in the day. So basically, when you have an 808 going, so we just came up with a quick little pattern here. It doesn't stand out. It just kind of just sits where it's at. So there's this little trick that these producers do to make their 808 stand out, and it's called distortion. So in any of your DAWs, whether you're using FL Studio, Logic, Reason, they all have a distortion effect. So what the distortion does, the distortion gives it this, it's usually for guitar. So if you ever have heard it on guitars, you kind of know that it makes it fuzzy. It kind of brings the mids and the highs out of the instrument a little bit more and just gives it this real grainy, and just, that's basically what distortion does. So I'm gonna show you what it sounds like when you add the distortion on there. Sounds real nasty. So what you kind of want to do here is, you want to find that sweet spot on it, and there's two ways to affect that. So one way is you can mix it between the normal sounding 808 and the distorted 808. So the way to do that is to kind of mess with your mix knob here. So this is basically like a send of how much you're sending that sound to that effect. So let's see what happens. Now, what you want to do is you want to kind of, you don't want it going too crazy. So you just want to find that sweet spot. So a way to do that is while it's going, turn down your knob. And when you find that spot where it sits in your mix specifically, that's when you know that it's good. So we're going to try it out here. So as you see there, basically that is, how you would achieve that. That's that's just how much you're sending it to, and you, like I said, you just want to find that sweet spot. Now, another way to do that is, once you find that sweet spot, we were at about 27%. So when we add an EQ, and you can do this with any EQ, this is basically just called a low pass. So it'd be called a low pass filter because you're letting the low frequencies pass through. So what we're going to do here, though. Oops. All right. So what we're going to do is we are going to, I'm going to show you just what it sounds like once you find that sweet spot on your distortion. You can mess with that mix volume, or you can add an EQ and cut it also. But what we like to do is we like to keep it at that distorted level to where we're like, okay, that sounds good, but it's just still kind of too much in the higher end or the mids. So what we're going to do is we're going to mess with this frequency knob here, and this basically just serves as your cut. So now, again, the reason we did that is because this is just one way to make your 808 sit in a nice spot in your mix, so you're not clashing with other instruments. So hopefully you got some value up out of this today. Again, this is just to kind of show you guys how to make your 808 stand out a little bit more, how to get them, to really hit where they need to hit at. So like, comment, subscribe, and till next time, peace.